Hi there, Michigan Mike at you. I pulled some green tomatoes out of there. They probably could have got a little bit bigger, but I don't want them real huge because I want to be able to store them. I'm going to store these in the freezer, and I'll have them this winter. I used to do this all the time. We'd freeze the tomatoes. I've actually got 2 more bags that from the year before last, so 2 years ago. And we'll probably eat these in January, January, February. We wait until it's nice and cold outside, and then we get our farm fresh fried green tomatoes. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I have 2 eggs here. I got some flour, and I'm going to put some paprika in. Let me show you guys here real quick. That water here is from the drainage of me washing. 2 eggs, flour. I'm going to put some paprika in the flour. Paprika in the flour. We love paprika. I'm not going to add no garlic powder or any of that. I'll do that when I'm cooking it. And onion powder. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of cornstarch. And a little bit of salt. And I want a little bit of, let's see, we got, if it's open, baking soda. Just a little bit, because we want a little bit of that rise. And you guys are probably thinking, in the freezer? Oh yeah. My grandma, my mom showed me how to do this years ago. And she used panko crumbs and that. I can do that when I get ready to fry them, but when you fry these, when you get ready to fry them while they're frozen. Don't wait and unthaw them. So that's your little trick. I think I pretty much got that mixed up. I'll put that here for us. And when you're working with egg, be really careful because you don't want any raw egg in here. Even though I eat my eggs almost raw, I go over easy and I want them really easy, the eggs. So I'm going to cut these up. And you want them probably, I would go about that thick, maybe a little bit thicker. I can use my, what's that slicer called? I can use mandolin. But I don't feel like getting that all out washing it. And, I got a little spot right there. It's not bad. You can cut that out, and on these, where you get the ends, I don't know if you guys can see it like on too much of the video time, but I'm going to show you a couple of them that I do. And let's save these for my scraps. There we go. We'll put a couple in the egg for right now. And then let me get another one done here. And it doesn't matter really. I mean, I like getting them a little thick for the freezer. When I don't do the freezer, then they're not this thick. There we go. That's ready. And you can even freeze these up, the ends. They're edible. Unless you think it's blossom end right, which it's not. So one of them strawberry hullers would probably be better for this, but you can cut it out with a knife. Just be really careful. There we go. Ow. I'm ready. So I'm going to do the rest of these up, and we'll be back. And I got a couple in sitting in the egg right now. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, we got these cut up. Took me 5 minutes, if that. All cut up, ready. And then, so, you kind of want to do this quickly because you don't really want your tomatoes getting any, now that you cut them, you want to make sure you get her done. So what we got here is, like I said, the flour, or the egg and the flour. Okay, and I already showed you guys how to mix them, so And like I said, milk, if you add a little bit of milk in here, that would do really good too. So, and what I do is just, you know, there's a lot of people that like fried green tomatoes, and some people are in too much of a hurry or they got stuff to do. And I mean, we can eat these right away, but, so coat them really well, shake it off, and then I'll show you, I got a lined wax paper here. So we'll put them up here. You can double dip them if you wish. I don't think that's necessary. I mean, I can do it when I get ready to cook them. I can, you know, even if they're froze, just hurry up and do it. Keep them froze as you can if you want to double dip them. Get our tomatoes in here and the egg wash. Flour. You're probably thinking this is not going to work, but I've did it for years, so many years, and before I even knew about YouTube. And then my grandkids are the ones that said, "Papa, you need to get YouTube because, you know, you're cooking and stuff." And I said, okay. I didn't want to for years. I'm like, you forget it. You know, I'm not doing no YouTube. And I don't even remember YouTube back in the day, you know, when my oldest kid was little. I don't remember any YouTube or anything like that. I just remember the little computers that you, like connect squares or tanks that you shoot. You know, I remember that stuff. You do tanks, and I don't even remember what all. And then I remember pinball. We did pinball when I was younger. Not real young, but I was a teenager. We did pinball and Defender, all that stuff. And I seen somewhere they did a remake on Atari. So the kids asked me, they go, "Don't get that, get an not an Xbox. I can't think of the name of the other game. We Connect or something like that." So, needless to say, I had to get that. But we did wound up getting one of them classic. It was a remake of Atari. I got one of them, so, and I couldn't find it for years. We had a brand new, never opened it, and I couldn't find it. We were bringing it camping. Well, then I thought, I seen they had them back on sale, like $15 or something like that, and I'm like, okay, let's get this. And I thought, well, this would be good for Christmas, and we'll just do it for everyone. And we got it, and I'll be darned if I didn't find another box of the other Atari. So it happens. Win some, you lose some. But I'm going to put all these on the top shelf in the freezer so they'd hurry up and get froze. If I got enough room in my freezer. So I'm going to get these all filled and I'll be back. I got them in the freezer. I'll let them freeze for about an hour or two. And then I added a little bit more milk into this and some, couple eggs. A couple more eggs. So this is going to be the second batch. And I'm just going to lay them right up there on my cookie sheet. I'll show you guys, well, it's not a cookie sheet, it's a cutting board, but I'm putting these in the flour here. You know, if you forget, so be it. I should do it like a couple at a time. Okay, now it's clean up my mess time. So I got them both in the freezer, and there was quite a few. I threw the one that fell on the floor away. You know, some people say, just rinse it off. Well, I got so many I don't need anymore. I'm going to put all this in my food scraps. I usually you know, it's best if you press these eggs up and microwave them probably for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Kill any bacteria, but I do it usually all the time. But today I'm not gonna. It'll decay for a while because I'm not getting any more of that compost outside. We're just gonna turn it. I got quite a mess to do here. That's one thing about when you do this kind of stuff, it does get a little messy. Not too bad though. You know, I don't mind cleaning it. Well, you know, if a kid would do it for me, I would probably be happy. So once I get out of the freezer, I'm gonna put them in a baggie and lay it flat in my freezer. So I'm gonna leave them in there probably 2 hours or just overnight, either one. We'll see how it goes. Okay, Michigan Mike back at you. We're back at the green tomatoes. So these have been in the freezer for probably 3 hours because I had other stuff to do, so they're pretty frozen. So let's get these. I'm using a spatula to get them up. I just dropped one. Okay, that's getting to go into the trash. I have to get that mowed back because I don't know where it went. Okay, just be careful when you do them. So, just, you know, they'll pull up pretty good, pretty easy. It's just, you got to be careful. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to give them another dusting of flour and then put them in the freezer bag. That one's a little hard to get up. Get to that one in a minute. Maybe 3 hours might be a little bit too long, so do 2 hours. But I think 3 hours is appropriate. That's what I always did before. You know, I did 2 to 3 hours. Some years I did 2. Some years I did 1 hour. So I'm going to get a freezer bag, a freezer sealer bag. And we're going to find the open end. And we're going to dust these with a little bit of flour, just to be on the safe side. A little bit of flour is not going to hurt nothing. This is the first tray. And I only put probably a half a cup of flour in here, in this bowl, just to start with, to see how it'll go. I cannot remember how much flour I used to use, but I just did a half of flour. You know, I skipped that year I was off sick. So, and tried to explain it to the kids, this is how you do it. Well, that didn't work out too well. And if they're stuck together, just snap them off and give them a flour. Little dusting of flour. See, like this will snap together. I'm just going to give it a little dusting of flour. Put them in my bag. Hopefully I'm not blocking y'all. Probably am. And this is probably enough here for one meal. What you want to do is try to lay this as flat as you can in the freezer, the best you can. You know, when your freezer's full like mine of vegetables, then you might want to find a different alternative, but I've got 3 freezers, 1 big one and 2 small ones. But that's because we got a big family. You don't think they need dusted. See, like that's fully dusted, but I'm still gonna do it anyways, just to say hello. All right. Couple more here, and then we're gonna vacuum seal this up, and then I'm gonna mark them. I should have marked it before. You should mark your bags before you do it, but but I mean, just makes it life a little bit easier. Okay, I got that last one that I'm gonna try to pry off my tray. I mean, I could have used a, there we go. It came off. Now we'll just dust this with some flour, and we're done with this one. Well, we're not done yet, but we're done with that tray. And look at my mess I got. Alright. And you want to hurry up and do this because you don't want your tomatoes undone. So, try to get this as flat as possible. And then lift your machine up, tuck it in there. I probably got it too high up. And then vacuum seal. There's been times where it cracked, you know, where I got it cracked with tomatoes. It all cooks the same, so. Now we're giving it a seal. We'll get a marker out while we're waiting, even though your hands are all floured. Okay. Turn this around. We're going to go green tomatoes. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Sorry. This marker is junk. Oh, I think I took all my markers from the other room. Green tomatoes. And then you want to write the date. So today is August 17th of 09. Whoops, 08. Sorry, 08. I'm rushing things. Okay, so we're going to go through. Okay, we're back here. Get the other tray. This is the other tray. I put these on wax paper. Oh, they're coming right off. I put this on wax paper. And the other ones I didn't put no wax paper down, which I probably should have. It might be a good idea to do that. So I got to find my marker here. I set it down somewhere, and I don't know where I set it. So I'll use another one. And I'm going to do the marking first. Green tomato, 8, 17, 18. Okay. These are self-made bags. I mean, they gave me a whole bunch when I bought the machine. Never used them. Didn't have to. Wow, look at how easy those are coming off. Jeez. Oh, I was going to flour them, that's right. See? I forget things. Alright. What we'll do is, because you forgot, you'll just dust a little flour down there and shake it up. That's fine. These I might separate and do like 2 meals out of it. And you can do these with green beans the same way method I did. You can do them with green beans. We've tried them with snap peas. Oh my gosh, they're really good. So, let's see. I want to get enough for like a meal. A small meal. So if it's just a couple of us, then Okay, I might just do the whole thing. I don't know. Might as well, because we eat tons of these. It's sticking just a little bit. See how it's stuck? And so it's a little moist, you know, from being stuck there. So I was able to get flour on it. And they're pro solid. I mean, listen, they're like bricks. But like I said, when you go to cook these or fry them, make sure you don't unthaw them, just fry them right away. Yeah, so we did these with zucchini, or I did them with zucchini, froze them, and did it all during the winter. So I had all this, my small deck garden, or my garden, all winter long. So not only summer have we been using them, winter we have. So it makes it really nice. So this, what I did here, will make 2 very large meals. You know, I could have separated them out if there's just a couple of you. You know, and did probably 4 out of all of them. Maybe 3. Alright, there we go. Now we'll move this tray out of the way. Yeah, right, like I got room. Okay, and then we seal meal it. So we lift this up, get this inside. You want to make sure nothing's, you know, gonna obstruct your bag. And I kind of wish this was up a little bit, but I'll lift it. So lock that down. I'll lift this up. I failed to let that go flat, so you should let them go flat. Easy storing in your freezer, but I did not do that, so I wish I would have. That looks pretty tight. Better than a straw. We'll seal that up, and I might just double seal this. I should have double sealed the other one. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Just waiting on this, my light to go out. There, it went out. So I'm going to give this a double seal. That way I got extra secure on it, so it'll last me. Should last me all winter. I've got some from a couple years ago in the freezer, and we're going to eat them up first. One of them looked like they went bad because it didn't get sealed. It was a regular Great Value freezer Ziploc bag. They don't look too healthy, so I'll have to look at them. They could be apples. Alright, this is done. Ready for the freezer. Okay, have a great day. Remember, you can do green beans, snap peas, zucchini, squash, cucumbers. You can do them the same way I did. Flour them up, freeze them. Have a great day. Bye.